Hey Taurus, we will get to your tarot reading in just a moment. I want to talk about the animal cards that I just pulled for you, as well as the astrology for the month of July, because we have a couple of really important things going on here. Interestingly, the two animal cards that I pulled for you were the raccoon and the hummingbird. And why this is so fascinating to me is because we pulled these cards in the Libra reading, and there's actually been a lot of pairs that have been showing up for the other zodiac readings. I just did the Capricorn reading, and I had the same exact animal cards that came up in the Scorpio reading. And I'm going to tell you what I told the Capricorns. If you have any Libra placements, there might be something in that video for you that's also really important and synchronistic, because we have the same animal cards coming up again. And I feel like with the raccoon, there could be communication where people aren't being very forthcoming or very direct. And that might be you, that might be other people. We do have the hummingbird though, so this is a really nice, light, and beautiful energy. You might even be literally getting rid of things and traveling light, so to speak. That is a kind of a message I think of with hummingbird, if I can communicate. Interestingly, communication is something that's actually really, really important for you this month as well, especially since we are in Cancer season. And, astrologically, this new moon in Cancer that we have on the 17th is really, really important for you because it's happening in your third house, which is sometimes called the house of the moon. This is a really powerful time to do manifestation work, particularly through writing or using your hands to do divination work. Or any sort of spell work that you do with your hands is just extra, extra powerful during this time. And interestingly, the raccoons are often associated with their human-like hands. So I feel like it's really important to work with your hands this month as well. Maybe that's even with writing or communication that is written in some way. So very, very interesting energy here. I do also know that with your ruling planet Venus going retrograde in Leo, there's a very deep longing for home, or figuring out what home really means to you, what family really means to you. Maybe some of you are considering moving or changing your home, renovating your home, or changing your living space. And maybe you're trying some new skills here as well with the raccoon. So very, very interesting. We do also have some pretty significant shifts happening with the nodes, which is where the eclipses occur. We have the North Node leaving your sign and going into Aries, which is your 12th house, your subconscious. And so there's actually a lot of focus on your mental health, on the parts of you that are hidden. And that actually may be why this raccoon energy is coming up as well. You might be coming face to face with parts of yourself that you didn't even realize were masked or were kind of beneath the surface in some way. So that's very, very interesting. But overall, this energy is actually very sweet. It's very high vibrational with the hummingbird. And again, you are traveling light in the month of July. Before we dive into this month's reading, I just want to thank all of you who support this channel and also reached out last month in support of my cat, Benny. He's actually doing a lot better, I'm very happy to say. So thank you so much for your prayers, words of encouragement, and your donations. I really, really appreciate all of it. My heart was just so touched during a really challenging time, so thank you so much. For those of you who are brand new to this channel, my name is Michael, and I utilize tarot and tropical astrology to intuit monthly forecasts for your zodiac sign. If you want to make sure that you're always up to date, definitely be sure to hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification so you never miss out on what's in the cards for you. I do also just want to give my friendly reminder that I will never DM you or reach out to you in the comments to solicit my services. Anyone who does that is just an imposter, they're fake, they're trying to scam you, so please report and ignore them. And if you do want to book a reading for me, you can find all of my links in the description of this video, including links for personal readings, distance Reiki sessions, and my social media accounts. So just kind of shuffling the cards for you right now, Taurus. I am also just thinking about how we have Jupiter and Uranus in your sign. You're actually in a very, very lucky and expansive cycle right now, and we do have the Sun and Mercury in Cancer right at the beginning of this month forming a sextile or opportunity with Jupiter in your sign. So what this could really represent is actually really important contacts or networking opportunities that could be happening for you, or just meeting life-changing people. Uh, I feel like there is a lot of opportunities that are coming your way at the beginning of this month, but you do have to look for them. But it's just a great time to network or to reach out to new people and try new things, which is sometimes why the raccoon comes out as well, because maybe you've been stuck in some role or stuck in some craft or way of being, and now you're encouraged to do something new. What are the messages that we have for Taurus coming into the month of July? Interesting. We have the Nine of Swords and the Hanged Man coming out both in reverse. This is past energy. You've been really stuck in your head, or you're feeling really stuck in your head at the beginning of this month, Taurus. I'm just calling it how I see it. And things have felt very stuck. Maybe there's even the sense of anxiousness or restlessness. I don't know why that sounded so weird to me. There's a restless sort of energy in this stagnancy, is what I'm really getting. And I do feel like you're getting out of this, or at least there is something that you are looking forward to with the Three of Wands. But I really want to know, what is the Nine of Swords and Hanged Man doing here? Why are these cards coming out together? Both kind of similar energies to me, actually. The Lovers. This could quite literally be you being very hung up about a person, especially at night, thinking about someone at night, like unable to sleep, torn up over a situation. But the Lovers can also represent making a decision. You haven't been able to make a decision. You've been overthinking something, hoping that you would get more clarity, but you're actually getting more stuck. But it feels like with the Three of Wands, you're finally making a decision, and it feels like there is something changing, there is something coming your way. Three of Wands with the Four of Wands. Yeah, I feel like there's just good news. There's a celebration or something that you are receiving, good news that you are receiving in the month of July. And that makes a lot of sense with all of this focus on communication in Cancer. Yeah, there's a lot of communication. And again, like, having conversations with people could be very, very lucky for you right now. What else do we have? Wow. Wow. So all of a sudden you're really looking forward to something, Taurus. We have the Two of Wands with the Fool. You are ready for a brand new beginning. You are charting the course for something. I did initially pull this Fool in reverse, but I just so happened to pull it upright or move it upright. I don't think you're taking a leap of faith so much as you are calculating a new beginning. I don't feel like you're being careless with this. It feels like there is something that you are planning. You're planning something. You could be planning a move. You could be having a lot of communication around plans. But it's like you finally have made a decision. And now things are really moving. There's a lot of momentum that is coming from the decisions you are making this month. Let me put it that way. And a lot of healing with the Six of Cups. You could be reconnecting with people from the past. You actually could be reconnecting quite literally with family members or childhood friends or people you knew a long time ago. With Venus going retrograde in your 4th house, there's a lot of nostalgia here. And if this isn't about people or relationships, this could be connecting with things that you once cared about, maybe from childhood. You're connecting with a sense of purpose that you had when you were a child. That is the message for some of you. And that feels like a really important way to get out of this indecision. What does your inner child want? If you find yourself having a hard time moving forward in your life, it's almost like just giving yourself permission to, or giving yourself, your inner child, permission to go in the direction of joy. Interesting. Ace of Cups. You know, if there is someone that you're thinking a lot about from the past with the Lovers, next to this Nine of Swords and Hanged Man, you really could be reconnecting with somebody. Maybe you're the ones who's supposed to reach out. I mean, it's kind of interesting. You know, Venus retrograde in general could be a time where you reconnect with exes or hear from exes or just think about previous relationships. It's not necessarily the best time to get back into a relationship with people or start new relationships, because Venus retrograde is often about changes in values or changes of heart. But there could be something that happens very healing. It's almost like closure. Some of you could be getting closure. But it's interesting. You know, I know it's like a super big cliche on YouTube in these general readings, like the person from the past, the person you broke up, it's coming back, you're getting back together. I can kind of see it. Where it's like, if you haven't been able to move on, maybe someone else hasn't been able to move on either, and you both sort of know it. Especially if this is someone from a while ago. Very interesting. But either way, there's a lot of healing that's happening. And it feels like it's really taking place at the end of July. And when Mercury enters Virgo, there is kind of a flirtatious energy. There's a lot of flirtatious communication. There's a lot of creativity. There's a lot of fun. And just a very lighthearted energy. Don't be too heavy this month, Taurus. I feel like there's been a lot of heavy energy that you have been in, and that is something that you are releasing with the hummingbird, and you're just doing things that you enjoy and following your joy. It really just can be that simple. Your happiness actually can be very, very simple, Taurus. Don't overthink things. Don't tell yourself that you shouldn't want certain things. That might even be people. And like, you know, I'm not telling you to get all hung up in someone or, you know, really just attached to a relationship that isn't working for you. But if you really have this sense, Taurus, that there is someone from the past who also hasn't really moved on, there's something unresolved between the two of you, like it's a shared thing, it might be worth having a conversation with them, I'm just gonna say. And that doesn't even necessarily need to be romantic. That could even be a family member. That could be a person you used to live with. It could be a really close friend who felt like family. But I feel like there is getting back in touch with old relationships in some form for you this month, Taurus. That's going to be very, very important. What else do we have for Taurus? Do we have any guidance for love and relationships? I'm actually feeling called to pull from the Modern Love Tarot here. Do we have any love-specific advice? Have we already been talking about it? Any advice for love and relationships for Taurus? Any advice for love and relationships for Taurus? Here we go. Justice. This card actually did just pop out a moment ago. Working things out. It's interesting that this is like couples counseling. And getting kind of a neutral or objective perspective. I really do feel like there could be a reconciliation for some of you, especially if there's like a marriage. That would actually make a ton of sense to me, or someone that you cohabitated with, just because there's a lot of focus on home and your personal life. And I know it's like really clickbaity to talk about reconciliations, but like I really do feel like you are reconciling with someone this month, Taurus. Could be a Libra energy. We also do have Gemini energy. Pisces energy with the Hanged Man. What else do we have for relationships for Taurus? This is another card that was kind of popping out before. The Ten of Wands. It feels like someone was putting in all the work before in a relationship, or there was just a lot of struggle. There was too much burden between you and another person. I really do get the sense of like couples counseling or mediation in some way. Talking to a third party that is neutral. Interesting. And I just want to warn against taking on all the responsibility or burden or on a relationship on yourself. It's so funny. I am stumbling over my words like crazy in your reading, and I just have not been doing that. And there's so much focus on communication this month for you, Taurus. It might feel like you're having a hard time getting your words out, or someone is having a hard time speaking truthfully. We did talk about that with the raccoon. But it feels like someone's true feelings are finally coming forward. Yeah, true feelings are coming forward. There could be a reconciliation. There could be healing with the Star, renewal. And you know, even if you aren't literally connecting with someone, you could still be resolving something. You don't always need to have closure with another person. You can sometimes just get closure with yourself, maybe through therapy or talking to somebody. We do actually have Aquarius energy here as well with the Star. We had it with the Fool because this is Uranian energy or Uranus energy. Just kind of pointing that out. Guidance, direction. There could even be something with like star-crossed lovers, like there was something between you and another person, a relationship that had odds stacked against it. And again, like I am primarily thinking this as a romantic relationship, but it might not be for all of you. It really feels like someone is finally confessing their true feelings for you. And you know what? The Hanged One and the Nine of Swords in reverse with the Lovers could even be another person's energy. This could be someone else who has wanted to tell you how they have felt and they haven't been able to do that. Wow. Let me know in the comments down below. Very, very interesting. Anything else for love and relationships? Anything else for love and relationships? We have the Queen of Pentacles. So Capricorn energy here. Becoming more stable. Planning for the future. I actually wonder what's going on for you financially. What's going on financially for Taurus this month? We have the Fool. So again, there is a new beginning in regards to finances. Or maybe work that you are doing. You could be changing up some routines, actually. And that could be in the workplace, changing up your routines. Getting out of an old or stuck pattern. I feel like there's also some manifestation here for some of you. It's giving manifestation. Six of Pentacles, there could be a gift you are receiving or generosity that you are benefiting from, or maybe you are, sharing the abundance with somebody else. But either way, there's just the spirit of generosity, the spirit of abundance that is shared. Always love to see that. It does feel like someone is actually helping you start something. Maybe start a business with the Six of Pentacles and the Emperor. Or there is someone who's very established who is supporting you. Could even be like a sugar daddy kind of vibe. Just saying. Not that that's literal for all of you by any means, but there really could be someone who is trying to give you a gift and it feels very generous. Or you could be connecting with someone who is very established financially and they're helping you out. We are getting some Aries energy there too. Yeah, someone's really giving you something very sweet. Whether it's money or just a very expensive or lavish gift, someone wants to shower you in gifts. That's actually what I'm getting with the Page of Cups. Someone wants to give you the world. Wow. Is there any other messages? I actually feel like that's good. I feel like you're receiving a gift, windfall, a boon. There is something coming in financially. Could even be coming from family for some of you. Especially from your father or father's side of the family. And it almost feels like someone's trying to make something right. Someone you might have been out of communication with. Yeah, I really do feel like, Two of Swords, there has been someone or multiple people you have been out of touch with who are really reaching out to you this month. Very, very interesting. Let me know in the comments down below who is coming forward, because it seems important. It seems like there's a lot of healing. Or maybe you're just finding this healing in yourself. Maybe you're thinking about this person, and it's not so much that you are connecting with somebody. Always use your own discernment here. Sometimes people are people from the past for a reason. I'm not trying to tell you to get back into toxic dynamics by any means. So, as always, use your discernment, especially when watching these general readings. But I can't help but feel like there's reconciliation for a lot of you this month. Very interesting. Full Moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. Maybe you're the one who is professing feelings. You're the one lowering the mask with Raccoon, or maybe it goes both ways. Either way, there's something very generous, that's interesting. There's something very genuine. Some of you are also starting online businesses. I'm just getting that, or working online in some way. New Moon in Libra. A new romantic cycle begins. I think it's possible. I really, really do. I think you are connecting with people and it's a new cycle. It's a new energy. Very, very interesting. And I mean, Libra energy, we have the South Node entering Libra. And for you, that represents health, wellness, routines. Maybe you are committing to new cycles and routines that are good for you as well. I'm actually hearing like beauty spell. You're casting a love spell on yourself, which is really the best way to do love magic and love spells. It's not about trying to make someone fall in love with you. That's just honestly pretty karmic magic. It doesn't really go in your favor in the end. But if you anoint yourself, it could bring the right people back. Or new people in, potentially, but I really feel like there is someone you are connecting with. Maybe you weren't even in a relationship with this person, but someone is finally confessing their feelings. Please let me know in the comments down below who this is, Taurus, because it feels really sweet. And it feels like someone really wants to just make up for lost time. Yeah, that feels really, really complete to me. Those are all the messages I have for you this month, Taurus. I do hope that this was helpful. Be sure to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps support this channel and helps me continue putting out all of these messages for all of you. You can find links in the description of this video for personal readings and distance Reiki sessions, as well as links for all of my social media accounts. And of course, you are more than welcome to check out the other videos, maybe for your moon or rising sign. And again, especially if you have Libra placements, I think there could be some crossover or parallels there for you as well. Anyways, Taurus, I'm wishing you a very happy and blessed July, and I'm sending all my love your way. Take care.